Thank you for having me. I am going to give you a little brief about myself. My family is from Kearney, Nebraska. Moved here when I was 6. I came from a family of teachers, youngest of 5, way youngest of 5. I was what they call a mistake. And I was the only one to get into sales. There was nobody in my family in business. And back then, you didn't hear the word mentor. I've been on straight commission since I was 23. I've been in real estate for 33 years. And I have a slide. That's me. The choices we make as leaders. So I want to give you a little background on my real estate company because it's very unique the way we did things. So I got in real estate and I was in the business for 10 years working for somebody else. So I had a lot of opportunity to see what they were doing right and see what they were doing wrong. So when I opened up my company, which was out of my basement, me, myself, and I in 1993, when I brought on agents, I really wanted to make a difference. And so traditionally, real estate companies have a blueprint of this is the company and we're going to impress the customer. And that's what it was all about. And I used to beg for the 10 years, gosh, I wish we could have this and we could have the ability to do this and I wish you would let us do this, and they never would. So my company, I wanted to do it just the opposite. We focused on the agent. So our customer was our associate. So we made it where here's the company, we cater to our agents who we treated as customers to allow them to build the kind of business that they wanted to build, not be micromanaged, not charge them all those junk fees, not having every Tuesday morning meeting. I had 2 meetings a year. And you had to have a note from your mother if you couldn't make it because it was really important to be there. But so it was all the things, pay them more. It was traditional for, let's say you have a closing today at 4 o'clock. It's traditional for the agent to get paid 5 days from now or 10 days from now. And I didn't like that. We had somebody writing the check the second it closed. So you got your check immediately. Now that sounds pretty simple to you. My competitors said that we revolutionized the way that real estate agents are treated, amongst other things that they had to say. But I can't say that here. That's okay. It's okay to be different. But I didn't look at it that we revolutionized anything. I looked at it as it's common sense. These are the people that kept our lights on. So why wouldn't we treat them like they own the company? So good leaders make a choice to care more than competitors think is necessary. My whole point with this topic here is don't be afraid to be different. I got a lot of heat because we did things for our agents and our competitors weren't. Well, whose problem is that? Not mine. But they gravitated to us. And then I got a lot of heat because we sponsored Omaha South, Omaha Benson, North, Millard North, Central, Kiewit, Mount View, my old elementary school, Nathan Hale. We sponsored all these youth programs. And it was extremely expensive to do that. And we got heat for that. Because, it's not traditional for real estate companies to get behind the youth. But once again, they brought us to the dance. It's the community that kept our lights on. So why wouldn't we give back to the community? That was our mindset. And actually, you can run a company with a .04 GPA with that mindset. Because it's common sense. I'm just kidding about the .04. I think it was like 1.3. But actually, I'm not really sure what it is. So we focused. All I know is I should go back. I really should. I spent a lot of time at UNOI. I'm a volunteer teacher in the business school, and I really enjoyed it. So we had the ability, and this is just common sense. I don't know anything else, ladies and gentlemen. All I know is common sense. That will build your business to heights you've never imagined. Common sense is If I have the ability to accommodate you, then I have the responsibility to accommodate you. And that's the way we look at it. If we know that we have the God-given ability to accommodate your wants and needs, then we should. Because if not now, then when? Because, we're only promised today. So, big into quotes. You'll see these up on the screen. So, I didn't grow up with that. I was spoiled to death with love. We didn't have, my first 2 cars were under $150. My first car was $75, and my passengers would have to put their feet on the dash because there's a big hole in the only thing that was decent about that car is for getting rid of beer cans. You would just... And unfortunately, I'm not afraid because there is a statute of limitations. That did happen. And now I know that littering is bad. It's bad. All over, up and down 120th Street. Anyway, so I grew up loving leaders. I didn't care. I just loved listening to what made people successful. I grew up with successful people. My family were all teachers. My late father was a principal. I considered them the most successful people around. They'd stay late, they'd go in on weekends, and they loved their job. But there's a couple that stuck out with me, not just the Vince Lombardis. I was a Vince Lombardi student from day one. Not leaving the field. I'll hurry. Not leaving the field of battle without being successful. Be real quick. I've got like 8 pages left, but forget them. Maya Angelou said something that blew me away. And it's this simple, but it blew me away. People will forget what you said, they will forget what you did, but they'll never forget the way you make them feel. Isn't that all we have in business and in life? That we want people to walk away from us feeling good. And I could go on and on about that, but I apparently am not going to. And the other one that I really love is Mary Kay Ash. Ran a billion-dollar company, but she said, and this played a huge role in my life, she said, pretend everybody you meet has a sign around their neck that says, make me feel important. I'm going to skip to that one. That says, make me feel important. Think about it. Everybody you meet has a sign around their neck that says, make me feel important. How easy is that? Last quick thing. I'm in Walgreens, and I don't wake up every day all fired up. The majority of the time, I'm very fortunate. I wake up, and I can't wait to go to work. But some days I don't. I'm in Walgreens one day, and kind of ho-hum, and the lady says to me behind the counter, I really like your tie. And I just looked at it. I said, well, thank you. She didn't have to say that. Didn't she make me feel important with just one simple statement that anybody could say if they choose to? Changed my whole day. Changed my whole day because somebody said, I really like your tie. So my point is, we have the ability to do anything that we want to do in life. And if not now, then when? Thank you.